The same poll finds major concerns about President Biden's health, both physical and mental. Right now, just 32% overall think Biden has the mental sharpness needed to serve effectively. That's down sharply from 51% when he was running 3 years ago. Mark Penn, former Clinton advisor and pollster, now CEO of Stagwell. Wonderful to have you. Just want to put call for number one here back on the board for everyone to see because the number is stark. 36% approval going into your re-election. Your thoughts?
Well, when he drops here from 42 to 36 in approval in this poll, that's all Democrats who are jumping ship and saying, I don't approve of the presidency he's doing. And I think we've seen for a long time, look, the Harris polling showed the same thing for a long time. People question his fitness for continued office. Most Democrats didn't want him to run. But this poll has to send shockwaves. He just announced for presidency. You're supposed to go up when you announce, not down.
You do this too, though, right? You do the polling. Your polling hasn't been this low. What did they find that all of a sudden triggered this?
Well, I think the announcement. I think the fact that he said he's running for president when less than 40% of Democrats really support his reelection. Remember, they rushed up this announcement. It was supposed to be in July. That would have given everyone an opportunity to see how he's doing and not freeze the field. Instead, he froze the field in the Democratic Party. Everybody's got to support him now. And with numbers like this, they're looking at a potential Titanic at this point.
Let's
unless
show you
changes.
this, too, because then when you think about who might be the Republican nominee, President Trump obviously is the highest in the polls on that side. Biden versus Trump in 2024, Trump over him, 44 to 38%. Ron DeSantis, not even a declared candidate, looks like he's going to, but not yet, 42 to 37%. So is that just people saying, we would rather have a Republican, generic Republican versus Biden, or are they thinking these two are the possible answer to their concerns?
I think it's a little of both. I think this is a reflection of the low approval ratings for President Biden, so he's dipping in his numbers. And, you know, the Republican numbers are generally up. And I'm shocked to see Trump with a 6-point lead. It says the Biden re-election thing is a very risky proposition if you don't want Trump to get reelected. That's why I gave advice in the Wall Street Journal last week to DeSantis and said, get out of all the cultural issues, get in the center. There are plenty of moderate conservative Republicans who put Romney and McCain in. You're barking up the wrong tree here trying to get core Trump voters. Yeah. Will he listen?
So I was looking for the good news in this. I was not able to find it. I don't know if you were. If you were, just go ahead and raise your hand, okay? Here is the liberal patriot writing how the white working class could sink the Democrats again. Explain that.
Well, because that's really where the transition has been from the Democratic Party years ago to the Republican Party. But let's face it, this election is really about the suburbs. Who's going to be the most acceptable candidate to the suburbs? That's really going to determine the outcome. And you notice when you look at the Washington Post analysis, they don't mention immigration, they don't mention crime. They barely almost wonder, hey, what's wrong with the economy? Because Democrats don't see the full picture here. Sure, there are some things people think Biden did well. He put in a climate change agenda. He is backing a racial equity agenda. He is doing what the left wants, but even what a lot of Democrats want in terms of expanding programs. But on the other hand, performance on these issues, economy, crime, immigration, is 40% or so or below. And that's a problem, especially when the economy's underway. Do you think that when Secretary
Mayorkas comes out all the time and says the border is secure, and he just says that over and over again, that people are just not buying that because they have their own eyes?
Well, as you know, in Star Wars, these are not the droids you're looking for, is really kind of the routine here. And it doesn't work. It's completely not credible.
But if his voters aren't watching Fox News, they don't see it. Mark, you can flip the dial. And it's really hard to find.
But it does seem like it's working somewhere, though, because his immigration numbers are really bad.
Yes, crime, immigration. The Hunter Biden story is beginning to bubble up. There's a lot of roadblocks here. And look, everyone sees his age. And everyone sees the question of, can he really go a second term here? Mm-hmm. By announcing early, I think he's made a major mistake. He should have waited a bit.
Wow.
Get his numbers up, be less political.
Okay.
And also, apparently, his fundraising numbers in that first 24 hours after announcement were not very good. No. So anyway.
Otherwise, they would have.
Otherwise, happy Monday, everyone. Over there at the White House.
Mark, nice to see you, all right?
Come on back
anytime, okay? Yeah, you bet. I'll shake your hand. Right on. Thank you, Mark.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.